We are broadcasting again. I'm sorry about that, guys. The great thing about using a program like XSplit is it gives you problems sometimes, and you hate it. So back to what we were talking about here, really quick. I have, pardon me, I have a video that kind of explains a little bit about Hex that I'm going to run really quick for you guys, and then we'll get back to chatting it up. Sound good? For some reason, this was continuously playing. There we go. And there is the beautiful game itself right there.
You know, I wanted to say this Kickstarter has probably been one of the best Kickstarters I've ever seen. It's really informative. It's cool. It has a lot of information. And you guys are getting a lot of good money dollars, a lot of money crowdsourced dollars out of this one. I mean, I hope it's going all towards the game and not some new Bentleys and stuff. But you've done very well, and you know you guys should be proud of yourself.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's been, like we were talking earlier about how scary it was at first. You know, this was as much as trying to raise money, trying to vet whether or not there was going to be an audience. I mean, this was kind of a wacky idea that, you know, like I explained, you know, when you try to tell people an MMO and a TCG, they kind of get a blank look on their face if they're not a fan of both of those things. And my whole, thing was like, I believe there's an audience for this game. I know it. Like, I want to play this so bad, and there's nothing like it. It has to be. But I'd have people tell me like, nah, I don't think so. And I was like, I believe it. And so the Kickstarter was also this just great thing that, one, build a community that we start with on day one, which is so important, but also just to prove that, yeah, there are people who like this idea. And, that moment of launching this thing and putting myself out there, like in the crazy outfits and being a goofball, like all that stuff aside and being embarrassed by that, which I'm not, I'm a goofball, but that moment of like, hey, is this something people want in such a like very specific, I guess I imagine that's how people feel when they make movies or something, and they're like, what is the weekend box office only stretched out over 30 days? And so, yeah, it's been very interesting. The financial piece of it has been so amazing, and it allows us to dump so much into this last several months of development and add a whole bunch of stuff and bring on more people, just do everything possible to make this launch as smooth and amazing as we could possibly hope. And so, yeah, it's been crazy.
Nice.
Judging by the chat room, it seems like what the community wants is a Princess Cory card. Seems like everybody loves the Princess Cory. Can we see maybe an alternate Princess Cory card in there and a deck or something? I think that would be hilarious.
So, Art, you probably didn't see it yet. So what they're talking about, I had mentioned when I was talking to someone else that today was my birthday. And so
happy birthday!
Oh, thank you. And so as a joke, I was going to give everyone, I'll give you the birthday card, you don't give me a birthday card, and we were going to make a Princess Cory card. And so I had my in-house artist, Rob Momarts, who's a genius, make this thing. And so if you go, we just launched the new update 28, like about, 30 minutes ago, when you guys were probably prepping for this. And in that, you actually had the Princess Cory card. And so there is a funny card up right now that is the Princess Cory card. I got to stop with this this running joke about the whole in drag thing. You can get the wrong impression. Or the right one.
You just be whoever you want to be, and don't worry about them.
Hey,
Yeah, we accept everybody here on Weekend Geek. But yeah, for those that don't know what Cory's talking about, you guys need to check out their Kickstarter video. Like when I started watching it, I'm like, oh, okay, this is just gonna be like another cheesy, poorly done, like, begging for money Kickstarter thing. But then you keep watching it, and throughout it, the stuff that you're willing to do in that video, I actually believe you would actually do in real life to get this made.
Yeah, I'm sort of all in on this thing. Between like how much over the last 2 years I spend at the office and my wife wanting to kill me, she's been very supportive. I don't mean like a negative, but I mean I'm just it's so much has gone into making this thing a reality. All the people I work with crunching now for over a year. Like we put in so much work. Yeah, there's pretty much none of those things I wouldn't probably be willing to do. I don't want to commit felonies, robbing the bank. The kidney, I could probably get away with one, right? Like,
I don't know. If you're in the game industry, there's a lot of drinking that goes on here.
Yeah, I'm not much of a drinker, so I'm more of a gamer. The other, like, selling the weed, like, that's illegal here, so that's not a big deal, right? Like, I live in California.
Yeah.
Last piece, like,
we're
all medical.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
the walk in the streets, I don't think I'm going to make any money doing that, to be perfectly honest. So, so most of that I would do or try to do. But luckily, Kickstarter saved me, and I don't have to do any of those awful things. I can make this game, and we can finish this game without me resorting to those.
That's got to be the biggest relief of the whole Kickstarter campaign. Like now you can finally say yes, it's getting done. I can go home at night. I don't have to like go down to the docks and like work more.
Right.
Things like that.
Okay, I like you threw that in the docks. All right. For the suggestion. No, that it will actually exist is just the best feeling in the world. Like as much as anything, because I just want to play the damn thing. Like I played a lot of all the bits and pieces, and people have seen us on the Twitch and everything showing the game. The heaviest lifting for the game, as I've said before, is the back end functionality of how a trading card game works and the engine behind it, which is the most complete thing about the game. I mean, that's pretty much done. And so we can, on the fly, we have a visual tool, actually, that our designers use, where it's not programmers, it's game designers, can go in and using this sort of puzzle piece visual tool, they can actually make any card. And it's this really, and then you link art to it and facts, and it's a really fun, cool tool. And that is amazing and functional and powerful, and we're able to do all the sets moving forward using that. And then you can actually just play with the cards that you're building for set 2 and 3 right now and test them. So that's pretty cool. All of the interface stuff is the stuff that's sort of coming here at the end, where we're polishing all that and creating all the different bits and pieces. And so a lot of the heavy lifting's done. It's a lot of that sort of polish and interface design and plugging everything together and taking all the Lego pieces we built from scratch and actually stacking them up into shapes.
Nice.
That's sort of where we are now. And all the extra money is allowing us also to bring on more resources and to dedicate more assets to making more particle effects and sound effects and just making it more beautiful and cool looking, which is one of the things that I think you've really had a lack of in digital TCGs, is the wow factor, the polish that would be in a full-fledged game.
Yeah, you just get there's pretty much right now the only thing even closely similar to this, and it really doesn't even have like that breadth, that depth that you guys have, is like the Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalker games, and that's essentially just playing Magic. Like you as an individual don't really matter so much, and it's just like you're just going through a regular deck just like you would if you were sitting down at a table with somebody. This you have your own character, you have your own level progressions, and
all the MMO stuff. MMO piece of it is just, that's I've really kind of never been done in a real way for a TCG, so that stuff's all new. There's there are a few games out there that have TCG stuff. I think there's lots of games out there that use the word. I've said this many times. The MMO and TCG are the two most overused, abused words in video gaming. Just about.
Yeah.
Art on an oblong square does not make you a trading card game. You could be a card battle game, or you could be a lane card combat game, or just a straight card game. But trading card game, TCG to me has a very specific meaning, and that's where having the ability to interrupt someone's turn and cast cards, having the chain, having all of those things that make a trading card game deep and strategic and fun. That to me says TCG, and that's what we're going for.
Nice. Now you guys are pretty close. You guys have almost made $2 million on your Kickstarter right now, and you got a little bit less than 2 days to go. You guys, if you reach the 2 million mark, which it's looking like you're going to, you guys are actually going to have a novel penned in the fantasy world of the game.
Yeah. So with PayPal, we've actually unlocked that one. So we are at